Welcome once again to today's episode on Infosynthesis. I remain Osondo Bon. In the studio today, we have people from the Abia State Retired Teachers Forum, and they will be taking us through what they do on behalf of retired teachers in the state. To my immediate right is Mrs. Ebuna Eunice, who is the state coordinator of Arts Forum. Madam, you're welcome.
Thank you.
And then I also have Elder Ndubisi Kano, secretary of the Arts Forum. You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
And of course, as always, I will not be doing this alone. I have, as always, in the house, Mr. Nnamdi Elefachi.
It's my pleasure to be here always. You're welcome, viewers.
So, Nnamdi, before we get to our guests, is there something that you still remember that a teacher or maybe teachers did in the course of your formative years?
Well, no mind they can be great without teachers shaping them. So without excluding any one of them, I recognize and respect all my teachers, but one stood out because I had learning difficulties. I had dyslexia. In fact, when you talk about being literate or even, in fact, I had also dyscalculia. I couldn't deal with numbers.
Wow.
So one teacher stood out, Mrs. Ejere. She changed everything, but it's a long story. But then I wanted to go and reward her. She was dead, as I was told. So I still remain grateful. So without teachers, no nation. And that's why I believe in what Nikos Kazantzakis said. He said, teachers are those who use themselves as bridges. Having facilitated their own crossing, now urge their students to cross and build bridges of their own.
So, talking about numbers, do you still have issues with numbers? Because numbers are important.
If you give me money now, you will know. If you give me money now, you will know whether I have issues with numbers.
I just wanted to ask.
The dyscalculia doesn't comprehend.
Well, money is involved.
Legitimate money, though.
Wow, absolutely.
Yes,
well,
yes.
that's wonderful. Thank you very much. So, Ma,
Yeah.
what does Arts Forum stand for?
Art Forum means Abia Retired Teachers Forum. That's the meaning. So it's an association for all Abia retired teachers, especially those who retired from the Abia State Government School System. So we formed the association in order to come together, discuss our affairs, because people feel that when you retire, then you become tired. But for me, this is even the time I'm more active, because I think, what are we going to do for ourselves so that we keep living? So when I brought that idea, in fact, I initiated it. That was after 1 year of my retirement. I wanted to celebrate myself, having been alive for 1 year. I invited people, they came. And I kept asking, do you have an association? No. Is there where you get together and enjoy yourself and discuss affairs and how to even move our younger ones forward without minding that they said that? I told them that it's important because I come from the background of the civil society. I know what it means to run an association and to speak for humanity, to make sure that you defend the defenseless. So that's exactly when I told them. They said they're interested. And then they started giving me instances of the problems they were having, challenges, here and there, looking for who will go and help them, to get their whatever salary, their arrears and pensions paid. So I said that this is an opportunity. So we formed that association, started inviting people, and they are coming up. So that is what we are doing here. For us to have one voice, to speak to the government, to anybody that we have to talk to concerning the challenges.
Okay, you talked about the founding of Art Forum, and you also talked about what necessitated your coming together after or during post-service years. I want to ask, what are the milestones? What has Art Forum achieved in the period it has existed, and how many years have you people been together in this forum?
Okay. The first time we came together was in 2022. That was because I retired 2021. Exactly 1 year after. During I think it was Teachers' Day or something, I invited them. After talking, that was how we started in 2022. Then in 2023, we had our inauguration, which we did at our town hall. A lot of people came. We were happy, Then we put down our laws, our rules and regulations, how we move about it. And since then, we have really been working. For instance, when a lot of issues were coming up, people who were not receiving their pension arrears, pensions, it became arrears to them, and challenges of non-verification and the things like that, because they came up with verification. Then we wrote to the government. And the letter went to the governor, I'm sure. Then he referred us to the Commissioner for Basic Education, that is Elder Obochi. He invited us. Me, as the secretary, and other executive members went. There we tabled our problems and told them the problems we are still talking about, non-regularity in the payment of the arrears of the pensions. And then those who were not verified, they said they should generate code and all that. We discussed a lot of things, even including how they will run the government in an area of education.
That is education policies, educational policies.
Exactly. We gave them instances of the problems, in some of the schools where vandalism has taken over some of those things, and then advise them on the things they should do. And we are happy that I think they took some of them. Some of the schools have been renovated. We talked about having door fencing, which I'm sure they are talking about now, and then having securities in the schools. They're also talking about it now, because they are talking. We have seen the circular where people are asked to come and apply that they should be employed to guard the schools and all that. So there's so many things we discussed with them. Then we shared our problems, asked them to have a desk office where the teachers will go there, and then the retired teachers will report our problems and issues. Instead of going from one place to another, from one office to another, they will refer you here. And these people are aged people. So that is basically why we formed this association. So that instead of them one person going and coming back, getting tired, let the association handle the matter. Since we are registered with the state government, then we have our certificates, then we can write our letter with our letter-headed paper, and then go and present the matter, represent them. And they're happy about it.
Okay. Well, also you can say it's no, in fact, it's no mean feat. Yes, I want to come to you, Elder. Elder, what has life been like post retirement? Your welfare and then all of that. How has it been?
Thank you very much. I will tell you that in what way. There are certain things that I enjoy, which I want to enjoy when I want to service. Now I can go to church when I want to go to church. My time is not regulated by any person now. So I decide on the things, except when there is a circular for the government or whatever, do certain things. Now I own my time and I do the things I want to do. But then, as an executive member of Abia Retired Teachers Forum, being happy for me may not be enough if I see my colleagues who are not happy. So in the formation of Abia Forum, Abia Teachers Forum, one of the things we have in mind is forming an association in which members can meet again and interact. After retirement, you discover that you are alone. Sometimes for those who may be with your children, for those who have elderly people who are too small for them, not the same age, some see them living with their daughters, or some will travel and come back. You discover that you can hardly meet with your colleagues anymore. And such things people don't know makes aging boring. People, nobody understands you anymore. Even your children don't understand you because there is that generational gap. Absolutely. And your grandchildren, if they are there, may not be really grandma, grandpa, that.
Yeah.
You see? So the
generational gap.
Yes. So Absolutely. Art Forum gives us an opportunity for us to come back. Hey, something a long time, we'll see how robust you look. You are good, though. Those things are happening. And so we interact and be happy. So that is one of the reasons why the forum is formed. Okay. Apart from being a voice that we speak for every person who is a teacher that retired.
Okay. Okay.
I'll still come back to you, Elder. You are the secretary of Arts Forum, Abia State. I would want to ask: are there specific challenges or issues that your forum is desirous of advocating for a change, as it has to do with your members or other retired teachers in Abia State? Can you please itemize, maybe if it's one, or let's just have these issues itemized one after the other?
I think number one is that even though that session have been there for 2 years or more now,
Okay.
2.5 years, but discover that some members are just mere nominal members. They hardly attend meetings. That's a problem. But it is not really because some of them want to. It's because some of them are having health issues.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good. And the another thing is that some of our members, as we're going to find out as we go along, are passing through financial difficulties. Everyone. And so even when you invite them for a meeting, it becomes a very peculiar task for them to attend meetings. Another one is that people, because association like this have not been existing before, some are skeptical. They don't even know how the association is going to help them. And that is why when they discover that those who are members are having one benefit or the other, because they have somebody, they have a group, and that's why will speak for them. So you see them joining. And I think another one is that generally, many of our members are still having issues with their unpaid salaries. And some of them have sometimes paid, another time will not be paid. So all this combined, discover that most of our members are not purely happy.
You said I'm going to come in now. You said salaries, not pension.
When I mentioned salary, okay, there was a mix up there. But when I said salary, what I meant there is the salary for the work we did before we retired.
Okay, in your active years.
My active years, yes.
Which year or years?
Actually, the particular year in which we are so troubled about is the year 2019.
2019. 2019,
yes.
When you were still active.
Yes.
Okay, it's not about pension now. It's now earned salaries.
No, yes, no. It's not about
pension. It's not about post service.
Yeah. So we were still in active service, most of us, but not every retired teacher then.
But how many months?
9 months.
For 9 months.
In 2019.
That's
2019.
Duration of pregnancy. 9 months.
Absolutely.
Duration of pregnancy. 9 months.
9 months.
Yes.
So we should be expecting birthing.
Expecting the bet.
That's right.
9 months.
9 months. In 2019.
That's 6 years ago.
Madam, is there any way your forum is channeling this to the government because government is continuing?
That's right.
We know the government in 2019 is no longer the government today. There is there any way you are advocating or even pushing this to the government?
Thank you very much for that question. Actually, what happened is that they promised us that they were going to take care of all the arrears of whatever that. And when they came on board, I must speak for them, but at least we are having our pensions at the end of the month.
Okay, you're having your pension.
A pension.
As and when due.
As and when due, but not everybody. That is part of the problem we are going to discuss.
Okay.
So let me put that one aside and talk about the arrears we're talking about, the salary. So then all of a sudden we started hearing that the government has started paying those in active service the arrears of salary of 2019,
the accumulated salaries,
excluding the retired person. So we are active on the service, we worked. And this payment, the payment voucher of the road or whatever, it was
captured you as people who were active then.
Okay. But unfortunately, Governor Keze Ikpeazu did not pay it. Then our new governor
came
decided to pay. Then our question, why did they have to remove the names?
Yes, discriminatory payments. Yes, discriminatory
to pay those in active service. So we've been working up and down, writing letters, going to them to ask why. And I don't think I've seen any reasonable answer because we have a salary group called 2019 salary group where we discuss issues. I've never seen any, positive
any headway
to that. So
have you engaged the Ministry of Education and then or even the commission?
Yes, those who are in charge of that, they went to Asube, SCMB, because they separated the names and said, if you retire from this area, go there. If you retire from this area, you go there. They went and saw the names, they are there. But the problem is that the government has not, they said the government has not given them order to pay or something like that. So our question, why in the first place should our names be removed from them?
Okay, but I want to ask this question. As a forum, what has your forum been able to do in this light? And you state in specific terms what you have done so far.
Okay, see what happened in that area. When you talk about that salary, it's not just the retired teachers. Do you understand? It concerns even, I think there are people who are still in service.
Those who are in active service.
Who have been employed. Yes.
Yes. Okay, so there's a little confusion there. Okay. If it concerned just retired teachers, I'm telling you, we would have picked it up. But this is a good forum for us to let them know.
But none of your fellow retirees has been paid. That 2019 outstanding salary.
Nobody, not even one person. Because we have a forum, we discuss things like that.
Okay. Now, you have been pushing for this, for the money to be paid. Apart from that, how do you see the welfare of teachers? Because when we talk about welfare, we talk about after service years. So, what's the welfare like in terms of pension? Because I'm particular about pension because it was one of the thrusts of the campaign plank of the current administration. So, what's the pension been like for teachers who have retired?
Thank you for that question. I think I mentioned when I was speaking initially. I said I will thank the governor who has started paying the pension, and that it comes at the end of every month.
Yes.
But that there are people who are not receiving, they have not started receiving for over 2 years, or some getting to 3 years, they're retired. They come to our office, they are members. So when they hear that we have an office like this, where we speak with one voice to talk about problems, they start rushing and they keep calling on phone or they come to the office. We have written letters, have dropped at the head of service, giving copies to other ministries. They asked us to bring some documents, which these people have been going from time to time on individual basis. They kept returning them, come back today, there's going to be a verification. We have not generated code to verify you and re-verify you, and this and that. These are elderly people. It's difficult. Most of them come from Avatar.
Yeah.
So when they come to the office, we decided to be doing it as a body. So we have just given them letters, and we're expecting urgent response. So they have to, because even when I was dropping the letters and the documents they requested for, I explained to them that we are representing a group of persons. These people are elderly. They are vulnerable. They cannot be coming here. It's not that God has just given us strength, as if we are not part of them for us to pursue this. We don't even have such time and strength to be going from our Abba to Omahia and then repeatedly. And I asked them, please, if they can give us a particular office that we're interested, in affairs of retired teachers, so that even if somebody has a special case and the person is expected to come, the person will know where to go to, not to be directed to different office.
Okay, you did say in the course of your intervention now, you did say that pensions are paid as and when due.
Yeah.
Now, are there backlog or areas? Because I understand, I know that there was a problem at some time, because when the current government was campaigning, they promised to clear all the backlog before or on December of 2023. Later, they came up with explanation. They never understood the scale or the magnitude of the problem.
That's right.
I refer to the point that some people were being owed even since 2014, and I'm talking about pension. Those who are in your category, at least if not in your forum, some people were being owed since 2014, and that they had planned with about 10 to 15 billion naira. Then the backlog, what they had to clear was about 30 billion naira. So it made it impossible to do. So what I wanted to ask now is, has the government so far been able to clear this backlog or these outstanding pension areas, or the government is just paying your pension since it inherited office or since the government got sworn in?
There was a time, we call it lump sum,
Yes,
Lump sum.
lump sum.
Lump sum.
Yes, lump sum.
came into our various accounts. So most of us didn't exactly know what it was. We kept asking. And we were told that it is our pension
Areas, yes. Cumulatively.
cumulatively. We were taken aback. Myself, I knew that was not supposed to be my own. So when questions were being asked, eventually came out to hear that there was an agreement between the NUP and the government. That thing we received was supposed to be to clear all the pension
Areas.
but it didn't go down well with most of us up to this moment. So we have not really understood what they mean by that. Most people knew that it was not the clearance. What came to their bank accounts was not, not be said that it is they have cleared their rents. So that is the problem we are having now. But since this one is Abia retired teachers, that one is general. It's
Okay.
like
It's general,
pension,
yes.
yeah.
It's pension.
So,
it's for
and
every pensionable
yes,
Abian.
and there are people who are leading that particular
Course.
Course, okay.
We are from retired teachers. So we have left that one for them. Let them continue to talk about that. But we are interested in the area of teachers. But we still look into what they do. We want to hear what is the next step.
The outcomes.
Yeah, the outcome. But at least I know that after all said and done, all the challenges and the problems with the government and all that, and eventually that our governor has said that he's going to revisit whatever they signed that led to that. We are still waiting.
Okay, coming to you, Elder, I would want to ask, I believe that as adult teachers, you are also, or should be part of the NUT, if I'm correct. So what is the role of the NUT in helping to ameliorate some of these issues or challenges that retired teachers are facing, including the outstanding 2019 payment or salary?
Yes.
What's their role?
Thank you very much. It is unfortunate, very unfortunate, because NUT is our umbrella body. But so far, this is my 3 years of being a retired person. I've discovered that you only have a name as a member of NUT when you are still active service. Because what NUT is doing to us as retired teachers is nothing to write home about. You see, I personally, together with the coordinator here, I know several times we have been to NUT office. Because in our active days, our money contributions for our welfare package is deducted at source. It's not a question of somebody coming to say, I want to join this welfare. No. The moment you are given a job as a teacher, recruited as a teacher in Abia State, whether in the primary school section, secondary school section, as long as you are a teacher, you become a member automatically. All you need to do is go there, they give you the forms and all that you fill. The fill is a mere formality, just to make it official. But at the source, from the moment you are employed, somebody is taking your money for that welfare.
Yeah.
The idea.
Sorry, sir. You said somebody's taking your money.
Yes, the association.
From the NUT.
At source.
Yes, NUT.
Is it from the ministry
NUT, okay.
or the NUT?
The NUT takes the money.
From your salary?
Yes, from the source. Nobody consults you. It is something, it's still happening.
And their explanation
kind of
okay.
It's still
contributory.
it's contributory. That's why it's welfare.
Welfare,
The
okay.
idea is this: at the time you retire, during the time you are still running around for your retirement issues and all of that, pension issues, you will have something at hand.
Okay.
And that will help you because your salary has stopped coming. So at least you have this as a subcore, as it were, while you run around. But unfortunately, NUT is not doing that. I have been to NUT office. I have the phone number of the chairman of the UT. Several times we call, he will not pick the call. And we are only asking, as an umbrella body of the teachers, give us an audience. Let us come and talk one-on-one, so that you'll be able to tell us what the problem is. If there is something you have to see it from your own angle, we see it and know what to tell our members. But it's a situation where you seem to be avoiding us. It becomes something that one will say, there is something sinister in this. It's not that we are accusing any person of anything, but all you're saying, talk to us. Let us know what the problem is. We don't know what is happening. Our money is what is at stake, not your money. It's my money and every other person's money. You see, so we're only asking, give us what we have contributed. If it is 10 naira, give it to me.
So in other words, if you are to categorize, we were talking about salaries, and salaries that have not been paid.
Yes.
9 months in 2019. Yes. We also talk about pension due teachers in other states. We also talk about your welfare, the association, yes,
the NUT.
Yes, at the union. At that level, where you contributed a contributory scheme. Now, in your employment or during your active years, did you also contribute to any fund which should be your pension in your active years? Maybe a sort of
like PSS,
yes,
pension fund administrator,
yes, things like that, or maybe you contribute to maybe because as they do it, there's what is known as contributory pension scheme, and then there's also what is known as combined benefit scheme, and then all of that. So, are you contributing from your salary?
What happens there is this. I don't know about others. I'm talking about myself. When I was employed as a teacher, there was no document given to me as pertain to that.
And then okay?
Yes, none, and assigned none. What I think happens is that the government deducts the money, whatever they deduct. We are not privy to it. What we know is that at the end, when one retires, after your service, you have rendered your service, you're retired, your gratuity, your pension will be prepared to you regularly as supposed to be, and the gratuity paid. How the money is generated, we don't know. But one thing is that I know that the government must have our money, they pay. So whatever they're deducting from it, we are not told. But I remember when I was working in the private sector before I came to the States, we had this called NITF, later trust fund, and all that. We knew the amount of money that would be deducted from my account, from my salary.
And you also know the managers.
And I know the amount that the management, the lawyers will also going to contribute. So at the end, when I left the establishment, I knew what was my money. So when I retired fully now from government work, I went to them and they gave me back my money. You see, so but for this one, in those of us in Abia State school system, we are not told.
Not privy to anything.
Also, you know, something something should also be interrogated here. I think last year was 2024. Abia State has an assembly passed what it called the Abia Pension Reform Law.
That's right.
Yes, which tried to talk about moving Abia to contributory pension system. No longer the combined benefit system. And I'm not sure whether that law was made with effect to take care of some of these things, to crystallize, to streamline some of these areas where we're having this problem, these issues. And I don't know, but I want to come to you, madam. He talked about his experience.
Sorry, I want to condition just a little there.
Okay.
I still have an interest regarding the NUT issue here.
Yes.
I want to find out because I like numbers.
Yes.
Can you tell us the actual amount or estimated amount that is deducted as source monthly to contribute to the welfare in favor of the NUT?
Let me come in there.
Okay.
I knew when I joined teaching, because they gave us a booklet. So in my booklet, I knew they were taking 200 naira initially.
Okay.
Later, it graduated to 500,
500
naira
naira.
until the time I retired. I didn't know what they're doing. So in the booklet, I calculated mine. At least it was up to around 96,000
naira. Throughout your service year?
Yes. Then, when they did not pay after forming this association, we started writing, pushing, writing, releasing some press release and
Yes.
other articles. We wrote them just like he said. So eventually, during February last year, I think it was on 28th, they invited the retired teachers on for verification. As after they refused to see me, but through the write-up and the pushing, everybody came. We were all very happy that they were about to pay. They collected all those documents, even my own, including my own. Some of them may not even know how much they own. From then till now, nothing has been heard. So people are crying that they collected their document. They don't even know. There's no other evidence and all that.
Yeah.
Then why would the NU teacher not make himself available to see the representative? But I keep hearing when after pushing for a long time, somebody will tell me that he or she heard that somebody said that he or she has received. So is it a selective payment? What are they doing? What is happening?
Yes, yes.
Let him see us and tell us why some people should be selected to be paid, others are not paid. That's not the criteria.
Those that are being paid from what you are hearing of maybe from
someone said that they said
someone said
just like that.
maybe hearsay.
It's more like hearsay.
Yes. And from the whole thing, are they retirees or they are active?
This could get messy. You know why? We can't be talking about the involvement of government and what they're not doing right, and yet we also still need to grapple with a union that's supposed to take care of the welfare of our members. A union that most times should even be intervening on the behalf of their members.
Yes.
Okay, so it doesn't really make sense. That's why I want us to put this thing out there, so I know that they are watching, they are seeing what we're doing, and they should know that this is wrong. And because we are bringing it out to the public domain, so that people will get to know what really happens in the NUT. Not just the government now, because we can't keep talking about the government.
The government, the ministries and agencies.
When an association of respected citizens, our part of concerned teachers are respected citizens. And we should, in fact, they should do better. So if the NUT is not doing better, then I don't think they have the moral right to even come to voice up against the government.
Yes, sir.
When the government is not doing their own bidding.
Yeah.
That's basically why,
Exactly.
so I think that they need to do the right thing. If teachers have contributed money, be it 500 naira, be it 1,000 naira, all through their service year, and this money is supposed to help them,
post-service.
offset a few things post-service while they wait for their pensions or gratuity. I think this money should rightfully be, paid to them. I think that should be the right thing.
Yes, I think we've not even explored the area of gratuity. Gratuity, I remember in 2022, retirees, just about the time you people retired, retirees took to the streets in Omaya and we were protesting non-payment of gratuity for 20 years. They said since 2002 up until that time they've not received that. So how is that area now? Gratuity.
Thank you very much. You see, I laughed because earlier on we talked about NUP, National Union.
Yes,
NUP.
National Union, the Nigerian Union of Pensioners.
Nigerian
Union of Pensioners.
So there are issues we don't normally dabble into, even though we are part of it. Part of the issue of retired gratuity is the bone of contention. You understand? Because we have not received that, and the past government have not been paying that. To be sincere, So there is a kind of light, silver lining in the sky. We believe that the present government will do something. So when he said we're going to look into the pension areas, and we believe that the pension areas and the gratuities are all tied. But there's one thing about these pension areas. I mean, these are gratuity of a thing. Most of us left the private sector for government work, basically because we have our eyes on the gratuity. But a situation where this gratuity, the moment you retire, were the kids, they would say it enters voicemail.
It enters voicemail.
That becomes something troubling. At the time, initially, I was troubled. I was really troubled. And when I sit among my mates who are in business, I come from an area where people like business. So I try to look at myself as one who has chosen a particular profession where he should look at himself as not wise enough to have been a teacher. You understand? The latter one, because if you give me that gratuity for now, I will do one or two things with it.
Yeah.
But now, whether I'm going to be paid or not be paid, I don't even know. All I know is that I know what was calculated for me as to be my gratuity.
Yes.
If it were paid to me when I retired, the value has now dropped more than half.
Yeah, you see,
Continue.
you see, why?
Understand? So if it's paid to me now, the value of that money at the time I retired has
depreciated
more than half. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So the prayer is that let it be that it will eventually be paid. Whatever it could afford me, I'll do that with it. But generally speaking, that is not really our focus as an association.
Yes, I understand.
Because we leave that to NUP, other state chapter.
But what is your relationship with the NUP?
I want to just ask this question, but this to you, not really to them. What benefit would it be for a teacher to put in 35 years and would go home not getting his or her gratuity?
I think it's not fair because we have a system where politicians institute processes, even laws, that pay them post political years, and I won't say service years. I will say post political years,
which is rather short.
Just 8 years.
And some even 4 years.
This will have to do with governors, and I think they between governors and then others. Even some lawmakers are pushing to be included in that pay structure. I have never heard that they are protesting. I've never heard that they are on strike. Strike for what anyway, you may ask. I've never heard that they are protesting. In those states, over 16 or more of them, where this law obtains, I've never heard that politicians are taken to the streets to protest non-payment of post-political
for what a better word.
Yes. Now, to even bring it down to the level at which we are now, he said, Elder said something here and it struck me. He said he looked at himself some time ago, or he looks at himself when in the midst of others. Maybe he could be there could be his peers.
Yeah.
He looked at himself as someone who had actually taken an ignoble path. But teaching is an excellent path.
Absolutely.
The teachers do not need, in fact, they ought not to be old. Like I said before, no person came up to any level that was not molded by a teacher. So, and that is why I'm also saying this, because I'm saying this as a matter, and I'm talking to the government. You see that everything we are dealing with here didn't start today.
No.
The areas of salary, not even pension, because these are pensionable citizens, as we have them here. These are pensionable citizens. Now, it's not about pension, which they are even entitled to. It's about salaries, which they ought to have earned. I follow the point. We're supposed to be paid to them. In 2019, we are not paid. And we don't want to talk about gratuity, having actually scratched the surface or even talk about it lightly. Now, the government is also employing 5,300 new teachers. I follow the point because I'm making an intervention now. 5,300 new teachers with intention to also employ 4,000 more. If those ones are looking at our guests today,
would they be motivated?
Would they be motivated to go into that profession? And that's why you are seeing output is declining in terms of teaching, in terms of productivity, and it's very bad. But then we live in an egregious system. But I have something to say, Elder. I'm sorry you even had to say you regret post-service years, but I want to ask this question. Given the opportunity, will you still teach again?
Yes, but with the system change, because there is something about the teaching of a thing. I see it as a calling.
Yes.
Yeah,
when I see myself in the classroom,
absolutely,
I feel happy.
Yes.
Even as I retired, I'm still teaching.
Imagine.
I teach in a Bible school.
Yes.
Wow.
And I so say go when they invite me to this school,
Yes.
go there to teach.
Yes.
It made me feel younger.
Mm.
It made me feel that I'm still important because I know that when I look at my former students, lawyers, doctors, engineers, from time to time I feel that
You have given to the society, yes.
and that is why sometimes when I look at people giving awards, rewarded by the government, remembered, OON, whatever it is given, state recognitions, and the rest of them. I have been looking at the file, and I discovered that this is not meant for people like me, teachers.
Oh, God.
Also, that will bring me
God.
to something. Now, I don't know if you have been to National Merit House in Abuja. I've been there. I saw the list of honorees. I don't want to say anything that may actually look even sound damning. But I asked myself, who are these persons? In what ways have they actually impacted lives in this country? But I think it is very, I think it's quite unacceptable. It's not even palatable to hear what's happening. And then there is something I'm now looking at. Sayings. I do not know whether by this cliche we suspect this ill, the teacher's salary or the teacher's reward is in heaven. It should start here.
It should start here. It just has to
Yes,
start here.
it has to start here. Then again, ihe anyị nọrọ gaa nkụzi awụ ihe akpọ. That's Igbo saying. Ihe anyị nọrọ gaa nkụzi. What we heard, the excitement that took us there, we did not see it, and it's very, very bad. But then I want to know, what is your what will you advise those who are yearning, who want to join this noble profession?
Thank you very much. I will only tell them this. Things change. As governments have now changed, things change.
Wow.
But if you really want to be a teacher, think very, very carefully. Very, very carefully. And for a young man, it may not be easy for you. For a woman, maybe a husband, I will be there for you. Because
Wow.
yes, we have to really tell ourselves the truth. There is no way, unless, like I said, things will begin to change tomorrow. If you are going to look at, you want to train your children, isn't it? Without swallowing your hands. You want to depend on your salary from what you earn by your honest effort you put in. The money you make will not be enough for you to feed yourself and do those things.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yes.
And there was a time, let me just say it here. There was a time we called in the past administration, I can't remember the mention name. Senior teachers were called together. And we were told to stop talking about unpaid salaries.
Oh, God.
That anyone, that no person, you should look for an alternative job.
In the past administration, not now.
Okay. We were told not to talk about unpaid salaries, that what you have to do is look for something else doing, a side work.
As a teacher.
As a teacher.
Without the workload.
Yes. Now, when that happened, the check that was usually there to monitor teachers that are there, it was removed. You come in the morning, or those who have something else to do. You teach 1 or 2, and you leave, go for the side work. So to be able to take care of your family, because the salary will not be coming. So for someone who's aspiring to be a teacher, I will tell you this. Have the mind that you are going to bring up young people. You are going to render service. But if you are going to look at whether society will recognize you, then teaching is not for you. If you are going to look at a situation where you have said, I know something, I have something in my brain, and I want this. I want to see the young ones. I want to be part of raising a new generation. I want to give them what I knew. I want to give the best to them so that tomorrow will be better. If you have such a mind, then teaching is for you. But if your idea is only to make money, then teaching is basically not for you. Because if you really want to equate yourself with others in other professions, that means you are going to cut corners. Cutting corners is to stop being a teacher to doing something else. As we see now, I don't want to go into it, but if we are really going to be sincere, the salaries of a teacher, governments teachers, not even the private,
not even private teachers.
But when you go, that one is no go area. Government teachers will not be enough for that teacher to train his own children.
You see, a system where we are still battling. In fact, from the last time I heard or I checked, Abia has yet to fully implement the new minimum wage. From what I heard. Although we've heard government side of the story, they are implementing, and then there are also variances and then all of that. I want to come to you, madam. He has spoken from his side. He said it's not even easy for a man. I'm sure it may not also be easy for a woman, and I'm happy we have a balanced. We have a balanced, yes,
forum, yeah.
Yes, and then I'm going to ask: will you advise someone close to you, maybe a family member or someone close to you, to go into that profession? Then again, two questions I'm asking you as a mother or even a woman.
When I was teaching, you mean after
retire, post service years? Yes.
Thank you very much. He said part of what I wanted to say.
Yeah.
Teaching is a calling. You have it in your mind that you want to educate the younger generation. Really go for teaching. Because with that, you'll be able to give information anywhere you are at any time. So if anybody is desirous of becoming a teacher, and you know they have the passion, you want to give out whatever that you have, please go ahead and do it. I still believe in that there will be a change, no matter what. That's the determination that helps teachers to remain. They will always think that tomorrow is better. Because in the teaching profession, we work like brothers and sisters.
Yes.
We have a welfare scheme,
yes,
arranged within the teachers. When we contribute money, so that
outside the government.
Yes.
And outside your union. Outside the union, outside the government.
That is within the teachers.
Imagine.
We do it. We pick. So whatever month you pick, that's the month you take. But if you have a challenge before your own term, somebody will supplement and give it to you.
Yeah.
We live like brothers and sisters. That's how we manage it. And that's how we train our children.
Is there.
That's how we train our children.
No wonder you don't grow old. All of you teachers don't grow old.
We understand ourselves. I'm telling you the truth. It's a noble profession. You like it. And if you're a mother, the end of the day, maybe by 2:00 you close, or the days you're going to have your lessons, you handle your lessons, you come back home and look after your children. Know where they are going. You know how the society is.
Yes.
You understand them. You speak with them and talk with them and find out.
And also prepare your lesson notes.
You prepare your notes. And you also look at them, what they have.
Because I know the teacher's work doesn't end at the classroom.
Not at all.
They come back home to prepare lesson notes, to do a lot of things, to mark
and score.
And then score, and then,
When you're doing that, you're doing for your own children. You want to know what your teachers are doing. Because as a teacher, you should be able to know where the school, where your children are, whether they're doing well or not.
Yeah.
You'll be able to know what to do, when to talk to their teachers or when to change school for them. That is our work.
I think, yes, the government of the day has been saying it. They want to take care of welfare of retirees, which also include teachers. We say retirees, they include teachers who have retired. And they have been talking about, because we've been having this back and forth about implementation of minimum wage. And we heard all those things about consequential adjustment, and then everything they talked about. Yes, they are, and then we heard that they were implementing, but on some quarters say there is non-implementation. It's just a little thing added to it. But then that's an aside. But what I want to say is that, is there any welfare package, maybe from the government or from the union? Because we're looking at categorically two bodies now. The government and the union. I'm throwing the point now. So is there anything, maybe palliative or support, that any support that comes your way?
Or maybe let me even use the buzzword they use: empowerment.
Empowerment.
Empowerment for teachers,
for retired teachers.
Empowerment for retired teachers.
I've never seen any, and I think if there's supposed to be any, since we are organized body registered, I think it should come our way. We only hear palliatives, people who are going to be given palliatives. But I keep asking. Retired teachers are one of the vulnerable groups.
Yes.
So if there's anything,
geriatrics. You have geriatrics there.
If there's anything, they should come and give them to
I
us,
think
because we need them.
I think this goes out to the politicians now, those who do empowerment. Please, we are now intervening from here. You know that you please in your next empowerment drive, as you're mobilized to empower, please make sure that you reach out to teachers, particularly.
Yeah.
You couldn't have made it to the state house, the federal house, without a teacher. Without a teacher, you wouldn't even be there in the first place. So I don't want to use the word palliative. It's empowerment. Let them be empowered.
Yes,
Especially the retired teachers.
it's empowerment because they even capture it in the budget.
Absolutely.
In the budget, if you have been able to see the budget, they call it empowerment. So I think it's the buzzword.
But it doesn't have to get down.
It doesn't have to. Yes, it shouldn't
Because
have.
if gratuities were paid as and when due,
Yes.
nobody will be
Nobody
talking
should
about
talk about
palliatives
this
or
or palliative or not. Because if you look at teachers in the past, I'm talking about during the military regime. Once they get this gratuity, they begin to they just measure up, they level up.
The level of
With those in business, with those
That's
in
right.
commerce,
That's right.
with those in industries, with those in other sectors. They level up. That's when they begin to build houses.
Yeah.
They begin to live comfortably as those who have actually retired, and then begin to enjoy the fruits of their labor. But it's what it is. And in 1999, we were thinking that democracy will actually cater to the needs of people, but then so I'm coming back again. You know, you did say something about cutting corners. With this level, this kind of working condition, don't you think morale of those who are in active service will die? And then those who are in active service may want to extend their age of service, or may want to cut corner. I'm trying to use your word, cut corner, so that they will escape retirement. Because eventually, if you go to everywhere in government sector, people don't want to retire again.
They don't want to retire. There seems to be nothing out there.
Yeah, so I'm asking the question.
Thank you. You see, the truth is this: if workers, this time around, not only talking about teachers, are paid the gratuity 20, many will not wait till 35 years before they retire, thereby creating chance for others to come.
True.
To come in.
True.
That is the truth.
True.
Because there are some who are business minded.
Yeah.
The moment you give them a little amount of money in bulk, called lump sum, they know what they're going to put it in. And they've decided they will make a decision of going to become the organ of their own. They move out, retire honorably on their own. But a situation where, when you retire, even the very office you have been coming to and interact with people, you become a kind of a relic.
Wow. Really?
Yes.
Relic. Wow.
And people look at you as a
dinosaur.
stranger.
Something coming from.
Yes.
Who is this auxiliary woman? Who is this person coming from?
Oh God.
And they treat it. No. Let me tell you, the truth is this: most of the retirees are living big today, not simply because of the money they make or the money that they're getting as
Because
a
of family
pension.
support system.
Because of family support system. Most of them, their daughters and sons are overseas. They travel there. They come back with goodies every month. The son will say, "I'm giving you this," but it is not supposed to be that way. When one has given his time for a particular profession, that profession should, at the person's retirement, take care of that person. And that was what brings stability and the joy of maintaining of growth in that particular profession. The teaching profession is supposed to be the best because it sits at the stage, the formative years of children, giving them shape, giving them direction, giving them counsel, showing them how life is supposed to be lived, so that tomorrow they'll become better than the teachers. Because it's only in the teaching profession you see human beings who will pray that their own children, their own students, better than them.
Yeah.
I met a student just barely 2 weeks ago. Had my old student of mine. So I couldn't get the face anymore. A lady. She ran to me, Sir Carlos. I said, "Hey, do I know you?" Say yes. He said, "You taught me at Sanso School." I said, "I'm a lawyer." So look at my chamber here. Big lady and all that. And when she left, and I said, "Give me her number." And I went to her. And I said, "I remember when I was telling the person, write this, make a sentence with this.
Mm.
And today,
Mm.
she is a lawyer.
And then,
I feel so fulfilled.
yes.
You see, when I remember such things, and if somebody would want to push me to regret my services as a teacher,
Mm.
and I will say no. I have all teachers, not only myself. We are producing human beings.
Sure.
If the government want the society to become better tomorrow, teachers are not to be treated anyhow. Treat teachers anyhow, you have any high government,
Yeah.
anyhow society.
Yes.
Treat them well,
Mm.
and the society will be
Will
well.
become better. Yes, you see,
Yes.
there is that saying, old wines or old wine
Mm.
taste better.
Taste better.
Old wine will always get better.
That's right.
Yes. Even at the stage of being retired, I believe that there is something you can look for. So, as a forum, that's the art forum, what do you think you can still do, a way of intervention in the system today? And I'm asking you, madam.
Oh, there are so many things.
Yes. Just briefly.
So many things we can still do.
Mm.
Because, like I said, myself, himself, and some others, we are retired, but we are not tired.
Tired.
We still have what it takes to teach, what it takes to impart to society.
True.
Like myself, I mean, people who know me, I'm still into my non-governmental organization. We just finished training, which was given to us by UNESCO. So I'm always, and it was teachers that we invited and trained. So we still have the ability. So now they are going to recruit people. Why wouldn't some of us who they knew that did our job very well and that we have it in our hearts, why wouldn't we would want to be invited
Yes, you
to
could
come and
consult
us,
exactly.
train and retrain the teachers and impart the true knowledge and give them exactly what it takes to be.
The up and coming ones, the up and coming
I'm
ones,
telling
the
you,
young ones. in
You
the
give it to
profession.
them, teach them how to
That's
write
a
notes
wonderful
of
point you
lesson,
made there.
how to write notes of lesson, how to be a teacher, how to,
Even the psychology
how to
of
work.
classroom
I'm telling
management.
you.
The psychology of classroom management.
It's not just, I don't know whether they've just come, some of them have come to collect money because there's no job. But they should bring people who will now give them the real training so that when they're there, they will exactly know what to do and do it
Thank
well.
you so much.
That is it. And we know where they have problems in the schools, where we can talk to the government. Maybe that will be some other time.
That's
The things
that's
that
right.
look into.
Yeah, look into it.
And that's still on you, Ma. I understand you're also the executive director for IGAD.
Yeah.
Can you just tell us a bit about that particular organization?
The organization is called IGAD. That's Initiative for Grassroots Interventions and Development in Education. So what we do is to promote quality education, affordable education, and then talk about safe space. When people are having their learning, there should be safe. Security is important. Safe space where the learners will be happy, then the teachers will also be happy. And I move with the communities to tell them that they should be part of the education of their people. So from what I'm doing, my people saw it where I was born. They brought me into their scholarship scheme. And I started to give them a lot of things they should do to make sure that there's quality education in our place. They were taking it up, to provide books even to the pupils and even the school uniform. Because when I went for their graduation, I snapped one board. I covered the face. You wouldn't exactly.
Yes, you blurred the face.
I'm telling you,
Yes.
if you see what the
As a poster child for
yes.
what for
So when
your
I did
advocacy.
it, they saw it, they were happy. They said we are going to do uniform. So whatever that will make children to come back to school, that is my thing. Back to school, return in school, especially of the girl child. No, it cuts across every other person,
But you, yes, because of out of school children, we'll have to do more with them.
Okay, then again, what message do you have for Art Forum members and would-be members? Speak to them right now.
Okay, well, my colleagues, because that's what we call ourselves, I want you to remain focused. Where we are is very, very good. And of course, you can see the outcomes of what we are doing. Then for those of them who are outside there, our retirees, I want you to come in and join us, see what we are doing. We are not anti-government. We are not fighting them. We are only going as one body to ask and request for what belongs to us. The moment they do, we don't have any problem with them. So come in and join us and let us know what we can still do in the society. Even in your own communities, you can point at one or two persons. We'll go as a group and go and meet them and tell them what they can do in their own society to help the government run the system.
Sir, do you have any word for the union and then the government or the society?
I just want to tell our members and the will-be members that from time to time we usually throw a party.
Wow.
Yeah.
I like the sound of that.
You know, and enjoy ourselves. Last time you'll have seen us. You see, when you see old people dance, you know the beauty in
Let's say in the Igbo language, Agadiwani. The old man does not retire. In the song she's used to.
So it was wonderful. Last time we did it, every person, many came and we enjoyed ourselves. We ate our food, drank our wine, danced our music, enjoyed ourselves. So it is not just all about talking about problems and
It also helps you to unwind. To unwind.
Yeah, that we really unwind as we usually.
Have you forgotten the birthday party we did there, May?
Yes.
From those who were born from January to May.
Yes.
We had a party.
We had a party.
We got our cakes. People came from it.
People came.
They said, one man said that all his life, and nobody had ever celebrated him.
We celebrated them.
A retiree.
Yeah, our
His life has
fellows.
never been celebrated.
It was just wonderful. It was just wonderful. But it is not just fighting for our rights. It is also an avenue of coming together.
A reunion.
Unite ourselves and enjoy ourselves.
Share
Because
experiences.
it is a
And
grace
encourage one
that
another.
we are still living.
Okay, I want to make this happy before we go. Please, Governor Alex Oti, yes, I have actually begun well. He has actually begun well. He looms large amongst the people in terms of infrastructure and all that. But I want policies to also be part of the government. Policies that we have to do what improve livelihood of retirees, of old citizens. I remember vividly during the May Day of 2025, he spoke extensively about our standing backlog and his commitment to address him. I'm urging Governor Alex Oti, please come over to Macedonia at Forum and help our retired teachers. Thank you.
But that's wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. So,
Yes.
we've been having fun here, as far as I'm concerned, and we'll be speaking with Mrs. Ebuna Eunice, who is the state coordinator for Arts Forum, as well as Elder Nduwisi Carlo, who is the secretary of the same Art Forum. And I'm sure definitely you enjoyed yourself while we discuss with them. These are teachers. I don't want to say these are, because it doesn't matter if they were retired, they are not tired. They are still teachers, and I can assure you, I learned a thing or two while we were actually talking with them. And it's important that not only the government, but also the society understand that teachers' reward are not in heaven alone. We should all join hands to see how we go to help retired teachers to fully be absorbed into the society. It's important that we also do that. But again, the bulk of the load is on the government. Please, if teachers are not paid their gratuity, I wonder what will encourage other teachers or those who want to become teachers tomorrow to move into this honorable profession. And I want to see your comments in the comment section. I remain also on the